Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
Last year was a bit of a mixed bag for Lawrence as he started off looking like a budding superstar, but then he suffered an ankle injury and was a shell of himself the rest of the way. His team needs him to stay healthy if they plan on maximizing their full potential. And if that ends up being the case, they'll have a good shot to win a lot of games here in 2024.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Duvernay in motion. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded at the 33. Oh, fighting off the defender. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Well, the Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's coming off a great season where he put up career highs in yards and touchdowns, while also leading one of the most prolific scoring offenses in the NFL. The number one thing he did last season, though, staying healthy. When he's on the field, Miami can roll.
Here's Tua. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to pass. Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Here's Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Miami set to take over. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. That escapes the sack. Flush to his right. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins 1st down as he'll get this up past the 45. In motion, Hill. Tua going to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. Powering his way forward. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And a good catch there by OBJ, and a first down for the Dolphins. He joined a loaded receiver room in Miami, and he's looking to make the most of it. Plenty of big games still available if they find him with the football.
Tua sets up to pass it. Complete. Smith has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity. Just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now a toss right side. HM with it. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. In motion, Hill. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Staying on his feet. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from 33. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Etienne up the middle. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run. That's a positive play for the offense.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running right, here's Achane. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Tua. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Straight ahead, Etienne. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Draw play, Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Strong running at the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins 1st down as the tackle made up at the 48-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Huntley. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Up the middle, Achane. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Huntley to throw. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
And they'll give this to Achane. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That is caught. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. That time a 6-play drive. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miami set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Huntley. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw, Huntley. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Huntley off of play action. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's Huntley. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Huntley looks to throw. Short throw to Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw here, Huntley. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break. Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Lawrence. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. The Cards looking for the win on the road in Week 1. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Titans. DeAndre Swift, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they trail the visiting Patriots at halftime. The number 3 overall pick, Drake May, has a touchdown pass. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost shedding the tackler that gives him some room. There he goes left side. Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Lawrence will throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Running left, Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huntley. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. A handoff for Etienne. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another tote for Etienne. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Shakes off the sag, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devon Hamilton in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They go play action with Huntley. Short throw to Smith.
Holding
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Huntley. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
In motion, Hill. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Now Huntley.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
And this is incomplete. The offense on third down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A give, running right, Etienne.
A nice little juke.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. In motion, the tight end.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Etienne once more.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Parker Washington
from 8 yards out.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 2nd half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of, winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And out come the Dolphins now.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now a 2nd and 10. Huntley to throw. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle.
They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Now a 2nd and 6 to throw Huntley. He'll dump this off to Achane.
So he stopped for no gain, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Huntley working from the gun. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Looking to throw here, Huntley.
And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Huntley. He'll swing this out to Mostert.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Huntley off of play action.
It fights him off.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And just shutting him off there. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
81 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Jacksonville, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.